parts yet.
You gotta just go, yeah.
You didn't do the choreography. There we go. What's going on, people? Mr. Mike, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great.
Oh, my goodness. So we are here, folks. We're going to let Mr. Mike, Miss Jen, they're going to do quick introductions. Let us know why we're here. And if you're here, even, or rather, especially if you're lurking, let us know that you're out there. And we have the ultra all-knowing, omnipotent Mike who has every single detail. Any question you have about Gemba Day, Mike knows the answer. That's why we have him here.
He's learning from you.
So, Miss Jen, would you mind giving folks an overview and then giving Mike rolling out the red carpet for Mr. Mike Mamer?
Absolutely. So one, thank you for being here. This is I believe our third one, Jesse. Just doing some live streams, doing a little bit of behind the curtains, getting ready for LCI Congress in Arlington, Texas in October. And Keon Zandy and I are co-chairing it. And so we are just trying to do some live streams to get some information out there to be able to share with our audience, but also people that maybe have heard of Congress, don't really know a lot about it. And what is Gemba Days? What are learning days? What do we do for registration? What is sponsorship? Really trying to give the behind the scenes information with the people that are leading it. So, and I think that's why today, when we talk about Gemba, we have Mike Mamer on, who is the leader, the chair of that subcommittee that's kind of helping us when it comes to, getting submissions and then also vetting, which ones are the best, making sure we have a good cross section of them. And he's going to do all that. And then we have Joan, who's kind of behind the scenes on everything. She touches everything Congress. And yes. And so I'm super excited that she got to join today. And then, again, I think that's it. I do want to just give a little bit of, in 2019, we did have Congress in Fort Worth, and I got to work with Mike because he was kind of helping us with Gembas there. And so now he's coming in old hat. He's done this, he knows what he's supposed to do. And so I'm going to roll it out and let him talk about kind of his role, what he's doing, and then what's our call to action? What are we trying to do?
Yay!
All right. So, thanks, Jen. I'm Mike Mamer. I'm a senior project architect with HKS, but I'm also the Gemba chair for Congress this year in Arlington. And if you don't know what Gemba is you go to where the source of the action is. We're all obviously looking to improve on our products, whatever that may be, whether it's a portion of a building or a flow or something. So the best way to do that is go check out how it's being done and maybe figure out a better way to improve their flow or process or anything. So we're collecting Gembas. I think they're due in about a week. I think it's the 26th or so.
Yeah, I think we're extending it till the 30th. So the end
of great. So extended the 30th. So we got some good places out there right now that we're considering, and a few more it sounds like on the way. It's going to be a cross section of different disciplines, different project types, different phases of construction. So hopefully we'll be able to see process in action, and then process back in lessons learned if folks are willing to share, hopefully back in either the job site trailers or right in place at the project where they occur. So we're really excited. It's gonna be great.
Nice. So did I hear that submissions, where there's a little bit of an extension where people can submit their thing to host the Gemba Day at the end of this month?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
and it's a short form. It's pretty basic, but
pretty easy. Yeah, Jen put a link in the comments, I believe. Yep. It's right there. It'll take you right to the page, and like Joan said, it's a short form you can fill out, and she'll get notified, and then you're on the list for consideration.
Boom, bam. And so, full disclosure, confession here, I have never been to a Gemba Day And maybe Sam Sinclair, what's up, Mr. Sam? Maybe he has. So maybe you can let us know what it's about in the comments. But like, what should somebody expect from that Gemba Day experience? Like, are we going to sit in an office and watch a PowerPoint? Is that what I'm thinking?
No, you're gonna. There's, for example, in 2019, Anton Cabinetry had a Gemba at their shop. So basically, they walked you through the shop and showed you the flow of how they do things, and just so it's not sitting in a room and looking at looking at a screen. It's looking at work in action and talking to the people who are right there doing the work.
Yeah,
Nice.
Talk a little bit about the timing, Jesse. So this is Friday morning of Congress week, October 24th. We'll serve y'all breakfast at the Lowe's, and then we board the buses by 8 a.m. and have you back by 11 a.m. So for those that are out of town, they can just grab their flight from there. And we typically, it really depends on the host, but typically we have up to 50 folks per Gemba tour. So, and folks will have a selection.
Okay. So the most important thing I heard was breakfast. but no, like jokingly. So this is like the capstone, the party, the cherry on top to Congress, right? Because it starts on Monday with Learning Days, which we're going to be having a live stream about that next month. Then we have the breakout, all the stuff with all the vendors, the presenters, all the beautiful things. The golf course happens there. And then on the back end is Gemba Day. And it's breakfast and a half-day trip, like a field trip, to go see a trade contractor, look at their operation, prefabrication or whatever, go visit a real active job site of people applying the things that we like to nerd out about. How accurate is that?
Yes, I think it, and you showed the full gamut, and I think it's intentional that way, Jesse. So we do the first 2 days, and it's like, come learn some skills, some processes, some tools, like learn how to do them, like really sit down and go through some learning and education and some knowledge sharing. Then the next 2 days are like people are celebrating how they've done it. So whether it's project team, whether it's a specific skill or tool, or hey, come and let us help you so you can go and take it back to your job. And then it caps off with, you've learned it, you've kind of heard about some successes and failures and how things work. Now go see it. And so it's a cool transition of the way it's laid out.
Oh. So like conceptual cool stuff, and then like for real, we get to go check it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we got a couple of comments.
Yes.
I'm going to hit Miss Tammy McConaughey. What's going on? She says, we will also have a new and improved walk kit that includes observations form, Gemba well. Okay, so like we have some Tammy, like for real, is this for people like me that don't know how to behave and need instructions? I think it's a great idea.
Probably.
E-learning course available to prepare. Phenomenal. Thank you, Tammy.
Yes.
Sam says, I attended okay, so this is directly from one of the participants. Says, I attended last year the Turner Airport project. It was great. Walked the site and picked up a few things and took several pics. Well worth the later. So he stayed and delayed his flight out. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah,
okay. All right. So like, Joan, are these people paid to make this comment, or do people like what's the general feedback from folks that have gone to this? Where did the Gemba Day idea come from? Was it
gosh, this is my 11th Congress, supporting LCI, and we've always had Gemba Day. So it goes way back in my vernacular. So I think it just is a chance for folks to see the work, as you all previously mentioned, and either can be, an office environment, how a big room is set up, or an actual project and process. So it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Jessica, I want to add one thing that I've noticed is another way to talk about Gemba is within our lean space and a lot of the firms that we get to interact with and collaborate with, there is a mutual sharing of stuff. There's a mutual environment that we want to not only help our firms and not only help, our market, but we want to help the industry get better. And Gemba Day is an example of not just me coming and doing a pretty presentation and talking through some of the cool things I'm doing, but hey, I'm going to kind of pull the curtains back a little bit, and I'm going to let you come and I'm going to let you see what I'm doing on my job. You may be a competitor. You may be someone that doesn't work in this market and you're somewhere else, but I want you to come and see some of the things I'm doing so that you maybe can, like Sam said, get some ideas and some nuggets to go back and do it on your jobs.
Oh, I love it. So I have a silly question, but first I want to come at you, Mr. Mike. So obviously you're on the planning committee and you're in the DFW market. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
I am. Downtown, sitting live, downtown Dallas.
We got a view from behind. I love it. And so the DFW, like, is this a good opportunity to like bribe you to say, hey, Mike, I want to have my project be the point that everybody goes to visit? Is it one project? Like, what's the
I'm
menu?
always open to bribes. So no,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, it's with Dallas, Fort Worth, surrounding areas, we're looking for things within about a 45-minute drive, which with all the highways around here and a Friday, that's a huge area of projects. I know there's a couple projects that I didn't submit it. Someone else submitted it, but it's one I happen to have worked on. Maybe coming. So
Nice.
It's just not only from whether it's a project or whether you're a cabinet manufacturer, prefab manufacturer, or just anyone in the trades. It's a great chance to show what you're doing and get your name out there, but also, like Jen said, kind of share your knowledge with the industry.
Very cool.
And get some feedback, right? So you'll have 250 folks who somebody
will find something to improve your workflow.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think a mutual friend of ours, or at least one of the afflicted, Adam, likes to say rip and deploy, right? We go out, we see amazing things put into practice, and it's a good that's what it looks like for real. I can do that. Or the other side is like, how hard was it to get there? Do those is there time for those types of conversations between the visitors and whoever's the host is? Like if it's a GC or it's a project or it's an owner or a trade, is that built in?
Yes, and typically the host sends somebody on the bus with you all, so you can even ask some questions before you get to the site and or on the way back. They usually leave some time at the end of each tour to kind of reflect on what you saw.
Yeah. So it sounds like it's a win all the way around. Like if I want to go, I'm going to get to see the application of these lean tools and philosophies and concepts like in real life. If I'm the host, I get to market my stuff. Right. And then the networking and the relationships that can happen throughout the experience. Why wouldn't people sign up for this?
Jesse, to me, that's it. In our market right now and in our industry, we need people. And I know that we can't go out and just grab more people. So these projects are opportunities for you to go, this is how we do work. And if you want to do work like this, you can come work with us. And I think even from the owner's perspective on, hey, we want to do work with you versus a trade that's looking to decide what GCs they're going to work with, things like that. I think there's just a lot of opportunities for people to be able to go, oh, this is a different way that people are building.
Got it. And so in the realm of vendors and sponsors, do you get preferential treatment if you're a vendor or sponsor? Is it required to be a vendor or sponsor to host a Gemba Day? What does that look like?
Yeah, that is not a requirement. We ask you all to submit that form, and then Mike and the Gemba team, review and get back to you pretty quickly.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to attempt to share my screen here. Hopefully I share the right screen, not the naughty screen. Nobody paid for that one. Here we go. Boom, bam.
Hey,
Yes.
that worked.
Right? You like that? No, let's do
Yes.
the side. The side is more better. So here's the website. I dropped the link in the chat on the LinkedIn. Jen dropped it on the YouTube. Jordan says the dance was on point. Thank you, Jordan. And so, folks, if y'all like for more details, or rather more specifically, if you know somebody or you are somebody that wants to host Gemba Day, the doors are still open for people to submit that.
Yeah.
So you would come to leanconstruction.org, Gemba Day. Search that, and it's going to take you here. And there it is, right? Host a Gemba walk. And like Miss Tammy said, there's going to be prep stuff, like an online thing to study, a guide to help you make the most of it. And folks, so in terms of like, if I'm going to be a viewer or like on the field trip, is there something I need to do specifically to make sure that I get on that field trip? Or is it just a part of the whole Congress experience?
Oh, it's actually part of the registration process, Jesse. So Reg opens for Congress June 17th. We're very excited. We are in the midst of finalizing our abstract reviews to decide on what we call our concurrent or breakout presentations during the core program. But once Reg opens, you'll have the option to add your learning days on Monday afternoon and Tuesday, and or golf on Monday afternoon, and add on the Gemba on Friday morning. And if you decide, hey, if you register and then you decide to add on Gemba Day, you can just let us know, and we can do that for you pretty quickly. But the Gemba tours do sell out.
Oh, did I hear correctly? Like there's only 50 seats for Gemba Day?
Typically 50 per tour. Mm-hmm.
Per tour. So there's going to be more tours. Yeah.
Per tour. So we typically have.
Okay. So folks, if you're anything like me, what that means is when you register on June 17th, sign up for the Gemba Day and just be done with it. Like, don't try to figure it out. Just sign up for all of it, click the boxes, and you'll be in. There's limited space available is what I got. And I think that's the important part. So now if you're going to bring your project team or your department or whatever, sign them all up for all the things. Is that how's that, Joan?
All right.
Couldn't have said it better, Jesse.
It's going to be a super easy pickup too. We toured the hotel, and there's the pickup spot it's right off a lobby that will direct people to. So it'll be right there at the hotel and convention center. So yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. Breakfast at Lowe's. Buses leave at 8, and then we come back. There's some sample topics. Look at that. Super simple, folks. If you want to be a Gemba host, it's right there, baby. Just put your stuff in there, what your description is, all the beautiful things, so that you can be reviewed or considered to host a bunch of super awesome people. Now, how do I stop presenting, Jen? Do you remember?
I think that's up there. Just click a bunch of buttons. It happens.
I like it. Okay, so what did we forget to ask?
I don't know if it's the ask. I want to hit on one thing that Sam said about his visit is it's really cool because I know also in our industry, like we get to go and we get to see things and we get to ask questions, and Joan hit all of that. You also get to take all the pictures you want. And I think, people have boards up, they have really cool spaces, big room spaces and huddle spaces and, planning boards. And just a lot of different things that visually are cool, but you can capture them. And so I just think it's cool that they kind of open it up to where you get to capture and take pictures and things like that. And for me, who's a very visual person, being able to take something like that and then go, okay, how can I apply this? What can I do? I think, and again, it is fully transparent, open. Let's try to get better together.
Love it. Okay. So important dates. April 30th. The doors are open until April 30th. If you want to host a Gemba walk and market the HE double hockey sticks of your business and your lean journey, sign up, put the thing in there, April 30th, and then June 16th. Is that
17th?
June 17th. When registration opens on June 17th, you sign up for everything, including Gemba Day.
Yes.
Pretty clear?
Yes.
All right. Well, we're not getting a lot of questions. Well, we got Miss Maria saying, "Ooh, I love this. I love it too, sister." And so what I think that means is people don't want to leave evidence on the internet that they're slacking off, hanging out with them, right? I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But you have what closing thoughts? Let's do that. Miss Joan, closing thought for today. What do people need to remember?
Oh gosh, either host and or attend a Gemba on Friday, October 24th. We're looking forward to it.
Yes.
6 months away in 3 days.
The clock's ticking. It's right around the corner. Mr. Mike, what do we got to remind everybody about?
I guess remember that this is going to be a cross-pollination of the industry of people who may be attending on the bus. You could have owners, you have architects like myself, you have trade partners, general contractors, you name it. So it's a good mix of people in the industry that you'll be exposed to.
Beautiful, beautiful. Jennifer?
Well, I think for me, I want to double down on when you register, like select your Gemba. You can always change it later if you need to. And I'm doubling down on that because Ken and I our goal is to make this the biggest Congress ever by like hundreds of people. And because of that, they will fill up faster. So when you register, select the one you want, if you think that's what you want, and then go ahead and at least push it through so you have a spot. And then we can make some adjustments later if necessary.
Love it. Love it. My last thought that I want to leave with everybody, even though I'm a big goofball and jack around most of the time. Thank you, Josh. Yes, it is awesome. I especially want to help people understand and give some appreciation for Ms. Joan and Mike, because every Congress, every year takes an enormous amount of effort from volunteers. And we don't get to see their face. And so y'all, Mike, Ms. Joan, 11 years, my goodness, this stuff doesn't happen without you. It doesn't happen without the local COPs. It doesn't happen without the industry out there just working diligently to leave this industry better than we found it. And so I appreciate y'all being on here. All you folks out there, I think we just need to do what Miss Tammy said, is go big, baby. Sign up for everything. And we'll see you in October. Later.
Love
and
it.
we got to dance.